Let's take some time now to settle the body, ready for our yoga practice. Sit in a comfortable position, whether that is cross-legged or legs out in front, whatever is comfortable for you. Make sure that your spine is straight and the head and neck are aligned. And lightly close the eyes and the mouth. Ensure the shoulders are back and down, but relaxed, just so you can open up the chest, and the hands are on your knees in a mudra of your choice. And the focus of our class will be on joy. Often we think that we need external things to help us to feel joy and to feel happy, but really joy comes from within. So this class is dedicated to bringing up those joyful feelings so that they can remain within you. Now take a long deep inhalation right into the abdomen and the chest, and as you exhale, release all the events of the day. And now take another long, deep inhalation. And this time when you exhale, release all of the conversations that you've had today in whatever form they may have taken. Just let them all go. And one more time, another long, deep inhalation. And this time when you exhale, release any thoughts or feelings of obligation of anything you need to do after this class, and just give yourself the gift of being right here, right now. There's nothing else you need to do at this present moment. So release all of those feelings of obligation. And returning now to the natural breath. And we'll now move the awareness through the body. And as we do this, please pay careful attention to any pain or soreness or irritation that may be present in the body, just so when we're doing the practices, if something's not right for you, please listen to your body and do something else, or even visualize the practice. It can be just as effective. So moving the awareness to the soles of the feet and checking in with how you're feeling in the feet. And then gently move the awareness up into the ankles and the shins and the calves. Spend some time now in the knees. And further up into the thighs and the buttocks. Bringing the awareness now into the hands and feeling the hands on the knees. And then moving the awareness up into the wrists, the forearms, checking in at the elbows, to the upper arms, and into the shoulders. Now gently moving the awareness to the torso, beginning with the front of the body. Gently raise the awareness up through the abdomen, rising up into the chest, and then around to the back. Beginning with the small of the back and then gently raising the awareness up through the back and the spine. Checking in with each vertebrae on the way up. And then bringing the awareness into the neck. Into the face, releasing all expression on the face. Into the back of the head. And the crown of the head. And gently resting the awareness now at the eyebrow center. And at this point, visualize a steady candle flame. And together we'll chant Om 3 times and Om Shanti and the Shanti mantra to pay respect to our traditions and to each other. Beginning first with Om chanting. Om. 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 Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om. Om Sahana Bhavatu, Sahano Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahe, Tejasvinadvadhitamastu, Ma Vidvishavahe. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om. And now we'll begin our class in a standing position. So standing, moving up very gently and mindfully. And first, from a standing position, have the feet about hip width apart, spine straight, shoulders are back and down and relaxed, and the head and neck are aligned. Arms are loose by the sides. And just close the eyes if that's right for you. And just feel really steady and comfortable on your feet. Feel the floor beneath your feet, feeling steady and stable. Our first practice will be Tadasana, the palm tree pose. So with the feet, you can have them close together or just a little bit apart, so not like jammed together, whatever is more stable for you. And find a point on the wall that you can focus on so you can keep your balance. Clasp the hands in front of the body. Keeping the arms straight, bring the arms above the head, stretching up, and then come up to the front of the feet, so raising the heels off the floor and stretching right through the body. Imagining like you're a big rubber band stretching through. And then exhale, bring the hands to the top of the head, like so, and release the heels to the floor. Complete another 2 rounds, trying to hold the final round a bit longer than the others. So inhaling, bringing the hands up towards the ceiling, coming up onto the front of the feet, stretching through the body. Exhaling, bringing the hands to the top of the head, bringing the heels to the floor. Now, on your final round, when you are staying up and stretching for a bit longer, remember to breathe while you're in the position. And after your final round, come back to standing, closing the eyes, keeping the arms loose, and just observing the effects of the practice. Next, we'll come down onto our hands and knees for Majari Asana. So making sure that the knees are directly below the hips and the hands are directly below the shoulders. The spine is straight, head is in a neutral position. Then inhale, bring the head up towards the ceiling, arching the abdomen down towards the floor. Exhaling, bringing the head between the arms, stretching through the arms, arching the back up towards the ceiling. So this is one round. Complete 7 rounds in total. Trying to coordinate the breath with the movement. So inhaling with the head up, exhaling with the head down. Should be a very smooth and flowing movement. After your final round, come back into Shashankasana, the child posture, bringing the hands either in front of the body, forehead on the floor, buttocks back towards the heels. This is one variation, or you can have the arms beside the legs. There's another. If you have low blood pressure, make sure that you have your head higher than your heart so you can put your hand on this like so. But really release into the position. And then when it's right for you, we are going to do another standing posture. It's a bit sort of up and down in this class. So come back up to stand, rolling up. So this posture will be warrior 1. So this is it's a high lunge type posture. So I'll try and show you my feet first. So we'll begin with the right leg out in front. With the left, bring the foot sort of out to the side like so. And then bring the right foot forward. So a wide stance is much easier. You'll be able to keep your balance. And so you're lunging forward, making sure the knee does not go past the foot. So that's what the bottom half is. The torso faces over, it's upright, but faces to the right over the leg there. And I'll show you the top of the, so you can either just keep the hands in prayer position, or you can bring the hands above the head, or you can just have the arms open and just holding for 3 breaths. And then bring the hands back down, turning, and we'll do the same on the left side. So all in your own time. So with the next side, left side, same thing, making sure the right foot is turned outwards or sort of facing forward. The left foot is pointing directly out. Turn the torso so it's facing the left side, and then bringing the knee forward. Hands in prayer position. Up, keeping them up or open. Bring the weight onto the knee, into the thigh, and I'm really pushing down on that left foot. So this is one round. Complete another 2 rounds of this practice. After your final round, come back to standing Shavasana. So feet together, hip width apart, arms loose, closing the eyes if that's right for you. And again, just observing the effects of the practice, the movement of energy around the body, and also how the mind is responding to the practice. And once you feel centered, we'll do one more standing position, which will be the one-legged prayer pose. So for this one, this is a balancing posture. So again, finding that point on the wall that's not moving. And for this one, we'll begin balancing on the left foot. So it really depends on where you're at in your practice, but also how you're feeling today. Like, because I find different days I vary. So for this, if you're sort of feeling a little bit unstable today, what you could do is just begin with the heel on the inside of the ankle. If you want to go a bit further, you can put it on the inside of the calf. Whatever you do, do not put it on the inside of the knee because that pressure is not good for the knee. If you want to go and do the full practice, you can bring the right foot up to the inner thigh. Then, when you pick your position, focusing on that point on the wall, bring the hands together in prayer position. And then if you want to go a step further, bring the palms up above the head. And just hold for your own duration. Please breathe in the position. And then when you're ready, come out of the practice. Complete 3 rounds on each side. When you've and taking your own time, when you've completed all of your rounds, please lie down in Shavasana. Just taking some time now to release the body into the floor. And again, to observe any changes in the body and the mind from the practices so far. And when it's right for you, please roll onto the front of the body. Our next practice will be the cobra. So lying on the front of the body, bringing the feet together. So make sure the heels are together. It helps to strengthen or reinforce the back. Hands are just beside the shoulders, and the forehead is on the floor. Now, when you inhale, bring the head and the upper back off the floor, pressing into the hands. To do this, don't bring the come right up, like your pelvis should still be on the floor. So it's just a very small back bend. Looking up as well, so bringing the head up, holding for a few moments, and then when you're ready, gently bring the spine and the head back to the floor. Complete another 2 rounds, and on your final round, try to hold for a bit longer and make sure you breathe while you're up there as well. If you're going to hold for longer, bringing also the elbows, into the side of the body and heels together to support the back. After your final round, again, please come back into Shashankasan. And then when you're ready, lying on the back and bringing the feet in front of the buttocks, or maybe a little bit further out actually, so not right up next to near the buttocks, a little bit further out. Our next practice will be a bridge practice, so we'll do this in a few stages. So bringing the arms close to the body, you can pop them even underneath the buttocks, hands flat on the floor underneath the buttocks again to support the back. Firstly, inhale and just raise the buttocks off the floor just a little bit, using the heels on the floor to raise the buttocks, hold, and then gently curl the spine along the floor, bring the buttocks back to the floor. And again, raising a little bit higher this time, but still not the full movement, not full range of movement. And then again, release into the floor. Now for the final stage, bring the buttocks up as high as is comfortable for you. Now, if you're advanced, what you can do as well is to do the full movement. I can't do this, but you can actually hold on to the ankles, bring the ankles a bit closer and grip the ankles if you're at that stage. If not, just keep the hands underneath the buttocks and raise to the full range of movement that you can. Holding for a few moments and then release it to the floor and complete another 2 rounds at the full stage for you. If you can't go as high as this, please just either you do one of the earlier stages, or you could even visualize the practice. The final stage, try and hold it up for 5 breaths. So make sure you are breathing those breaths though, just to hold the position a bit longer. And when you've completed, come back into Shavasana. Our final practice will be, because we're focusing on joy, happy baby. So for this one, bring the feet up. Now, wherever you're at, so to actually do the practice, you can grab onto the toes, but if that doesn't work for you, you could grab onto the ankles or the feet. But if you grab onto the toes and pull the feet apart, now you can either rock from side to side. This is actually a good practice, seeing as we did the cobra. It's a nice massage on the back. The other way you can do this as well is you can actually use it as a balance posture. So you can sit up and then balance on the, I guess, the bottom of the spine, the buttocks. Again, if we practice like this, focusing on a point on the wall is really helpful. So if balancing is a bit too much, come back down to the back and just roll along the spine, side to side. So this is apparently what happy babies do. So, but it's a nice massage on the spine. And then when you've completed, come back into Shavasana. And now in Shavasana, we're going to do our pranayama practice and then move into Yoga Nidra. So just be aware that we'll be doing that. So if you want to get what you need for Yoga Nidra, if you have cushions or blankets and would like that smooth transition through the practices, get what you need to feel comfortable now. And just focusing now on the natural breath, allowing the breath to regulate from the practices that we've completed. And observing how the natural breath fills the abdomen with air and the chest with air on the inhalation, and how on the exhalation the chest subsides and the abdomen subsides. And our pranayama practice is going to be a series of yogic breaths, where with each one we'll focus on a different part of the lung. So what I would like you to do in a moment is, for the first stage, is to visualize that you are breathing in through the soles of the feet right up to the bottom of the lungs. So also filling the bottom section of the lungs with air, with sort of golden healing air. So begin now. So a yogic breath, but as you do, visualize that you're breathing from the soles of the feet right up to the bottom part of the lungs and including the bottom part of the lungs. And then exhale the same way from the bottom part of the lungs out through the soles of the feet. And then return to the natural breath. For the next stage, again, a yogic breath, but this time through the soles of the feet, up through the bottom of the lungs to the middle of the lungs and including the middle of the lungs, bringing in that golden healing light right up through to the middle of the lungs. And then exhaling the same way. And returning to the natural breath. And then for the final stage, another yogic breath coming up through the soles of the feet, right up through, filling the entire lungs with golden healing light. And then exhaling from the top of the lungs right down through the soles of the feet. And returning to the natural breath. And just checking that there is balance between the right and the left side of the body, that your feet are hip width apart, and there's no tension remaining in the legs or the feet. The arms are a little bit away from the body, with the palms facing the sky. And the head and neck are aligned with the spine. You may like to tuck in your chin just a little, just to check. And take another long, deep inhalation. And when you exhale, focus on just releasing any remaining tension in the body, allowing the body to melt into the floor. And again, another long, deep inhalation. This time, just concentrating on the face, making sure you've released all expression on the face. You're not clenching your jaw or tightening the muscles behind the eyes. Just allowing the face and the entire body to relax. And feel the body's contact against the floor. Feel the heels against the floor. Feel the back of the legs and the buttocks against the floor. Feel the back of the hands and the arms and the shoulders against the floor. Feel the entire back against the floor. The back of the neck and the back of the head against the floor. And observe how all of these different points of contact create one singular point of contact between the body and the floor. Become aware of sound now. First, listening for sounds way off in the distance, not trying to name the sounds, just moving your awareness from one sound to the next as you hear it. Moving the sound awareness a little closer now to the sounds outside the room where you are. Again, just moving the awareness from sound to sound. Moving the sound awareness now to inside the room where you are. And now moving the sound awareness to sounds inside the body, beginning first with the sound and the sensation of the heartbeat. And now moving the awareness to the sound and the sensation of the natural breath. Release the sound awareness now and call to mind your Sankalpa or positive intention if you have one. Mentally repeat it 3 times now. And if you don't have one, leave some space because it may emerge on its own. We'll now rotate the awareness around the body. Listen to my instructions, and when I say the name of a body part, place your awareness there, visualize that part, and mentally repeat the name of that part. We'll begin with the right side of the body and the right hand thumb. First finger, second, third, and little finger, palm of the right hand, back of the right hand, the wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, right side of the chest, right waist, hip, thigh, knee, shin, calf, heel, ankle, sole of the right foot, top of the right foot, right big toe, second toe, third, fourth, and little toe. Moving now over to the left side of the body, beginning with the left hand thumb, first finger, second, third, and little finger. Palm of the left hand, back of the left hand, the wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, left side of the chest, left waist, hip, thigh, knee, shin, calf, heel, ankle, sole of the left foot, top of the left foot, left big toe, second toe, third, fourth, and little toe. Moving now to the back of the body with the heels, the back of the legs, the buttocks, the small of the back, the middle of the back, the shoulder blades, the space between the shoulder blades, the back of the neck, the entire spinal column, the back of the head, and the crown of the head. Moving now around to the face with the forehead, the temples, the eyebrows, and the eyebrow center, the eyes, the nose, the ears, the cheeks, the lips, the jaw, the chin, the throat, the collarbones, and the pit of the throat. The right side of the chest, the left side of the chest, the center of the chest, the right side of the abdomen, the left side of the abdomen, and the navel, the right side of the pelvis, the left side of the pelvis, and the groin, the whole right leg, the whole left leg, both legs together, the whole right arm, the whole left arm, both arms together, the whole torso, the whole neck, the whole head, the whole front of the body, the whole back of the body, the whole body, Have a sense now, all at once, the whole body. Bring the awareness now back to the natural breath and observe how subtle the natural breath has now become. And also observe the rise and fall of the navel in response to the natural breath. We now add a visualization to the natural breath in the following way. On the inhalation, you will inhale peace, serenity, and joy. On the exhalation, you will release any worries, concerns, frustrations, or anxiety. Anything that does not serve you, you'll release on the exhalation. So inhaling peace and joy, exhaling, releasing anything that does not serve you. Just visualizing along with the natural breath. And if the mind wanders, use the breath just like an anchor and bring it back to his practice. Release the breath visualization now, and instead feel the following opposite sensations in the body. The body is feeling colder and colder. The body feels like it's outside on a crisp winter's morning, and the coolness of the gentle breeze makes the body shiver. The body's feeling colder and colder, like it's outside on a crisp winter's morning. Release this feeling of coldness now and replace it instead with a feeling of heat. The body's feeling hotter and hotter. The body feels like it's outside on a hot summer's day, and you feel the sun's rays on your skin, filling you with a vibrant and energizing joy. The body's feeling hotter and hotter, like it's outside on a hot summer's day. Release the feeling of heat now and replace it instead with a feeling of heaviness. The body's feeling heavier and heavier. The body feels like it's grounded and solid, like a rock resting on the earth. The body's feeling heavier and heavier, like a rock resting on the earth. Release this feeling of heaviness now. Replace it instead with a feeling of lightness. The body's feeling light and buoyant. The body feels like it's a feather drifting on a gentle breeze. The body feels weightless and free. The body's feeling lighter and lighter, like a feather drifting on a gentle breeze. Release this feeling of lightness now and release all of these sensations completely. Allow the body to come back to a state of equilibrium, and instead come to the space of the mind, the space behind the closed eyes, and in this space, see, imagine, visualize, or create following objects and images. Imagine a warm golden light at the center of your heart space. This light represents joy, a deep and radiant joy that glows brighter with each breath that you take. With every inhalation, feel this golden light of joy expanding in your chest, filling your heart with warmth and happiness. And as you exhale, you let this light spread further, moving from your heart into your shoulders and down your arms, all the way to your fingertips. Feel this golden light of joy moving up through your neck and into your head, filling your mind with positive and happy thoughts. The light continues to spread, reaching your face, and you can feel a gentle smile forming as joy radiates outwards. And now feel the golden light spreading downwards from your heart into your abdomen. Sense your belly softening and filling with warmth. Let this joy spread into your lower back, soothing and relaxing every muscle that it touches. Allow the light to move further down into your hips, into your thighs, and into your knees, bringing a sense of lightness and happiness. Feel your legs filling with this golden, joyful light, moving down through your calves and ankles, all the way into your toes. Your entire body is now filled with this radiant golden light of joy. Every cell in your body is glowing with happiness. Feel the warmth and positivity spreading through you, lifting your spirit and filling you with a profound sense of well-being. With each breath, feel the joy within your body growing stronger and more vibrant. Inhale and feel the light intensifying, filling you with even more happiness. Exhale and let this joy radiate outward, surrounding you in a warm, joyful aura. And know that this joy lives within you and can be accessed at any time. It is part of you, always ready to uplift and energize you. Take a few moments to anchor this feeling of joy within your being and making it a lasting presence in your life. And now it's time to slowly begin to bring your awareness back to your Sankalpa, carrying this sense with you, this sense of joy with you. Repeat your Sankalpa mentally 3 times now. And begin to feel the breath again in the body, allowing the breath to deepen slightly. And as you do, observe the movement it creates in the body. Feel how the back moves against the floor with each inhalation. Check in with your body now and observe how you feel compared to when we began. The practice of Yoga Nidra is coming to a close, so begin to make small movements with the fingers and the toes. Move and stretch in a way that's right for you. You may like to gently move the head from side to side. Remember the time of day. Begin to hear the sounds around you and remember the world attached to those sounds. And also remember the details of the room that you're in. When it's right for you, there is no rush. You may like to roll onto your right side before gently coming back up into a comfortable sitting position, keeping the eyes closed or downcast just to maintain the peaceful state that you've created. And in a comfortable sitting position with the eyes closed, gently bring the awareness to the heart space. And in this space, visualize a golden, joyful light. And together now, we'll chant Om 3 times and Om Shanti to conclude our practice. Breathing in for Om chanting. Om. 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 Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om. Hari Om